All right, what's going on, guys? How you doing today?
Living the damn dream, my friend. Living the damn dream.
Nice. I'm excited to get
How
back into
about
the
you?
market. I think we'll find some good plays tonight. We'll even have a better week than last week. Like you said, there's a lot of data this week, so we need to be careful. But if we strike at the right time, we should be able to capture big moves because that's what happens when we get volatility. um, if you guys have any charts you want to look at, just throw them in the chat. I'll start with one for now. We got ARM in here. It looks like we could have a breakout here. It's closed out below it. We got to see how the market responds tomorrow, but we had this nice daily candle. Maybe it pulls back first, and we'll look for an entry on a fair value gap. But essentially, we're looking for this to push up. It's closed outside its market structure shift, so that's our signal that it should push up. And if it does, we're targeting anywhere between 131 and 132. So it's just something to keep a watch on. I'm going to set some alarms so it has my attention. So there's a fair value gap like right between 123. So if it pulls back in that area, that'd be a good place to try to target the 132 level. Papa, do you have any tickers that you wanted to look up before we start going through a list, or?
I certainly do.
Okay.
Want to look at Microsoft?
Yeah, I figured we would go through ours and then we can go through theirs.
It's good. Sorry, I was editing the
Yeah, no problem. No
Premium Watchlist message.
So Microsoft looking good. What time frame were you liking? 65
I was looking at
good.
Yeah.
We got this little retest here, breakout retest. So maybe we should push up above this level and target 412 to 414. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I was probably gonna look to get some 395s tomorrow.
Nice, I like that.
And target depending. I mean, honestly, to everyone in the chat, I posted the economic calendar. There's a lot of CPI data and jobless data coming out on Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm gonna have a very quick trigger figure. If I'm up, and even if it's up 10-15%, there's gonna be some times I take it. So just be aware. I'll absolutely be alerting my entries and exits all week. If you feel like holding longer, have at it, but at your own risk. And especially I don't think there's anything tomorrow on the economy, but Tuesday I'm not getting into a trade until 10:30 after the release jobless. So I'm going to be very patient. But yeah, that's I'm thinking 395s for Microsoft, and I'm going to target that 405, maybe 412 range, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I like it too. I agree. And it looks like the data is mostly on Tuesday, so tomorrow we should be okay, right? But
yeah,
Tuesday, Wednesday, all day Tuesday, Wednesday morning, and then Thursday morning. So yeah, all right. You're definitely spot on. It's going to be a doozy. Whatever way it goes, we'll play it. We'll make it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I like this chart. This is great. I mean, it all depends. Hopefully, how are futures? Have we checked futures? I haven't even checked
They
futures.
do not look good.
I've been so busy.
They don't look good. I was seeing most of them were down at least 0.5.
Yeah. See, we're just in such a downtrend. We just gotta stick with it until it changes.
What are you watching?
Just some stuff for work, buddy.
You gotta mute yourself.
Yeah, guys, can you mute yourself? Love having the kids pop in and check in on you, but for everyone else that's watching.
All right. We keep dropping because we broke this big monthly trend line. Like we gotta. I know we could definitely pull back this week. It is possible. I mean, bounce back this week. It is possible, but I think we should be careful and and wait for a market structure shift. You know what I mean? If we have a market structure shift on the
Yeah.
index, then we'll be able to get a signal that on a lot of our other stocks that we can start going long. Because it just keeps dropping. Otherwise, we're just fighting a knife.
I know. And honestly, it's I feel like this is the first weekend in almost like a month or so where we haven't gotten like new tariff
Yeah.
news
Right.
or like anything that's really like groundbreaking. So I think the reason why futures are down right now is because of the drop in Bitcoin prices.
Yeah.
Which I've also noticed. I feel like every time Bitcoin drops, so does Tesla. So
You're gonna be all
I'm
over
probably
that.
getting back into like some Tesla puts this week as well.
Yeah. Like if we retest this support level up here, because this is a massive support level, this is our break of structure. We could go short. That's why I rejected here. But if we close over this, maybe that's where we start looking for a push up to 6,000. We kind of have a little wedge going on here too. It's tried to break over it. But
Yeah,
it
we'll
hasn't
see.
yet.
I mean, if CPI is better than expected, I think we absolutely can probably see those levels.
Yeah.
Maybe quickly. So
And
we'll have to see like what kind of guidance they give. I mean, Powell was like pretty dovish on Friday. Like he was like, economy's in a great spot. Obviously, there's a lot of uncertainty, but I feel like people were expecting a little more doom and gloom.
Right. I think you're right. But anyway, if we do break this low, we want to take puts. We filled this gap, right? Or no, we haven't filled this gap yet. So that's a big level to watch. Maybe we fill this and pop. Maybe this will be the low tomorrow when we go long here into Tuesday morning. Because if it's good data, that would be a damn good place to buy. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, yeah.
Unless it's bad data and they gap us over it, and then we're fried, and this thing's going to drop fucking 10% because it'd be an island bear gap. But I think this is a huge spot to watch.
I think at the very least we retest that. Yeah, I think at the very least we'll probably retest that tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then look for calls. Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll write that down. Potentially.
Yeah, dude.
Hard
we'll
maybe.
What we're handed.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Definitely some interesting levels to watch for sure. I'm setting a lot of alarms because I don't want to miss this shit. This is something where it breaks down and you're watching a different stock and you're not paying attention to it, and then you could get trapped. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why you degenerates with the 0-day expirations.
Yeah. Cycles.
I'm gonna continue to say, don't get, you might have a couple nice wins, but you're gonna get burnt one of these days, and
yeah, do it once a week, once a month, maybe. That's it.
With money you're willing to lose.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, I mean, we'll see if this pushes back up in the morning. We haven't broken this low yet, so our market structure shift is up here for the current trend. So bulls will take over short term on this level. We'll see if that happens overnight. If they break this level, we're going to move down here, and like we said, this gap fill area is super important, so we're going to be watching that. All right, throw me another ticker. What do we got? Meta, maybe. Let's check out Meta. Let's check out all the Mag 7.
You told me you were gonna say Meta.
Meta, my bad. Let's check out all the Mag 7 and see if it matches up with the downtrends we're seeing on the index. I think that will give us a good idea if this is legitimate or not.
It's a nice wick right there.
I mean, this could climb back up. It's on a huge trend.
I do think Tesla has the chance to bottom first on something too.
Dude, I don't know.
I'm just gonna do a high point.
Maybe.
I don't know. Tesla's.
It's still worth too much in a downtrend. That's a scary
I think people
situation.
want to. Yeah, there's like major support at like 250, and people I feel like just want to stick it to Elon right now. So I'm just.
I mean,
I don't know.
Technically, we could see a retest up here. Potential retest. I wouldn't be surprised. Because bulls want to get over this and close over this. So, we'd want
630 calls.
Yeah. It's a big maybe, but yeah.
Yeah.
Big maybe. We're not even like looking good until we get back over this SR flip. But it did close back in this huge trend, so that tells me that buyers are stepped in on a long, time frame. But yeah, we gotta put big maybes across the whole watch list today. What else we got? Google. I mean, at some point, Google's going to turn around here with a PE like it has.
It broke.
This will probably be the first
it had,
one.
Like, this downtrend. It had like its downtrend going on, and it broke through it. But when it broke, it bounced off of what was a daily trend line going back a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if this has the lowest PE, then theoretically it would make sense if they bounce first. You know what I mean? If the people who are causing the dump can also control the rebound, it would make sense for them to buy the cheapest price to earnings at Mag 7, in my opinion. So we've had 4 tests here. It's held this 4th one. So maybe we're looking to go long on dips right above this trend line. If we think the market's going to rebound this week. Otherwise, we're trying to short underneath here. Long up here, long ways away.
Mm-hmm.
Not great. It could push short term. It could push to like 78 and a half. What do you think? What are your thoughts, Paul?
I don't hate 175s for the short.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I also think we're in like very good range if you wanted to start a shares position.
Yeah, I agree.
And their P I think is the best out of all the Mag 7s. So
right.
I think this is one of those things where you're gonna look back in like 2-3 years if you're still holding shares and be like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I agree.
The news that's coming in, do you think there is any news that might dramatically affect this?
If we see an increase in inflation, that would create a big downtrend in the market.
Yeah, CPI and PPI or whatever this week. Those are something to definitely watch.
Yeah,
Okay.
We might have to do a little more deep analysis on that and figure out what the market is looking to hit and then what levels are going to cause big moves. Yeah, we'll see. This could be great. I imagine what this would do is we might hit our short-term levels, but then it will make like a higher low right above this trend line. And have almost like a double bottom pattern, and we can target this 185 like next week or next 2 weeks or something. Because the market hasn't made its lower high yet. The market never. When we have these big downtrends, yeah, they drop like 5%, but then they'll move up like 2.5%. Confuse everybody, and then they'll tank it, another 5 to 7% from there. So we haven't made our lower high on the market anywhere. We should be seeing something like this more likely than, and then coming down here, than coming straight down. Like that doesn't happen that often. You can see in all these downtrends, they always have bounces. Everything stair steps. It's just the stair steps up, and it also stair steps down. So we can play the small stair steps, but we just have to play them on smaller time frames.
Do you see it breaking the trend? Your green line? Do you see that breaking the trend line?
Oh, this one up here or this red one?
The one that you just drew, breaking the red line.
Oh.
Do you see that breaking the?
I only see that happening if the data is really bad or there's some other tariff news or something. There's got to be some market event that pushes sellers, that creates fear and pushes sellers.
Okay, got it.
It's not just gonna like sell off because there's a line here. You know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see. This is an area that we'll be looking to go puts if we think data is bad, though. All right. What else do we got that's a Mag 7? LLY, right? Was that 10?
That's the same pattern, same style, it's just different pattern.
So we have this. Okay. We've had this big breakout. Oops. This is healthcare. Healthcare was doing well, right? The past few weeks, weren't they trending up compared to the rest of the market? Like this has been trending up for a while, so obviously the answer is yes. Maybe we see a retest of this trend here. It did break this way though, unless it's their turn to sell off.
Yeah, healthcare was holding up pretty strong
I mean,
last few weeks.
Yeah, if we break a high up here, we can go long because it's making a higher high now, so that's just common sense. And we don't want to lose this level at all. So we're kind of in this little zone. If we lose this level, we can go puts, theoretically. That's our previous pivot of our market structure shift. So it's always an important level. Yeah, what do you think? What do you guys think?
I don't like how they're making lower highs.
Yeah. That's why we have it in two directions.
Yeah.
I mean,
I could very well see this retest like this 850 to 840 range.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see because it's still making a higher high, higher low, higher high. This could be a higher low in here. But yeah, we definitely need to wait. I mean, the 2 standard deviation move of this downtrend is about there too. We hit the 162%, and you can see how it, bounced off in that little spot there. It's crazy how this shit works.
It did kind of backfill the gap down. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll just gotta wait and see what forms, I guess, right? I mean,
yeah,
we're just guessing.
I'm not super ready to make any play on Lily right now.
I'll do Apple, and then we can start taking requests. Do you have any more after this?
Someone saw Amazon.
Okay. Oh yeah, then we'll do Amazon.
Like Qualcomm. Momo had a nice win on Apple last week.
Sure did. Good job, Momo. So we got this trend line forming. This is exactly what we've been looking for, and it's still in an uptrend. I want to clarify something that I kind of thought of earlier that made sense. When you have, and I didn't include this in the video, when you have bullish breakouts, this is a certain period of bars. And the probability of this breaking up is higher when the past 100 bars behind this has been trending up, meaning it's been making higher highs and higher lows. All these kinds of setups have a higher chance of hitting 162% because the momentum wants to keep going up. That's how bull markets work. Money continues to pour in. So all we're doing is we're just waiting for setups on the upside that have already been trending up like this, and eventually. In a perfect bull market, this would target the 162% over whatever theoretical candles in the future.
Yeah, I'm really actually curious. I'm looking up now the flow for Apple calls.
Yeah, are you checking on the channel bot?
Yeah.
I mean, let's see on this pattern.
Someone got 240 calls that expire on 3/21. Someone got 250 calls that expire in December.
Are there any crazy volume over OI multipliers? It's to the right. Anything that's 3 or 4, usually you see selling puts, which was bullish, or you'll see a bunch of calls.
No.
Nothing like that.
The highest I see is 1.67.
Okay, what is that one?
160 calls for next March.
Yeah, so usually that's a good indicator of something that's going to happen because people rushed in those options before the market closed. Because OI is the number from the night before, and volumes from the day. So we might large money might be positioning themselves to target this level then over the next few weeks. If the market does have a relief rally from the downtrend that it's been having, maybe this will play out. They just released a new MacBook, right? So they kind of have the story.
I like them. I like the stock.
What do you think? Over 250, we take the trade probably, and then go for 250 calls. I don't know. We'll wait and see. It's got a lot. It needs another 2 days. I don't know.
I think like over 244, maybe we take them.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, short term, we have this too. Like, I'll restart this. We have this trend. So this one had a candle that closed out of it. Market structure shift. Oops. Stop loss. I need like ones that are custom colors like that. And then short term, I mean, this could be great. We're looking at 254. So day trade possibly if the market reverses tomorrow. I think we should watch this. This is like yum 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 time.
What is it after hours right now?
Great question. I don't know. I don't have my
Is it
phone.
up or down? Momo, do you know?
Or anybody in the chat?
237, 40, down 0.7.
Oh,
That's not that bad. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. There's a fair value gap sitting right here.
Market's down to 571.
And it needs to have a retest anyway. This could be the retest could be the flip tomorrow. There's a fair value gap and a retest. I'm telling you, this is going to be a play. We should watch this.
Apple 240s. 240. Yeah.
The market might reverse when there's retests. When the big players are hitting, support areas and stuff, that's usually where you find the indexes change. Okay, and then it was Amazon next.
Amazon's been making lower lows on the 65 minute, it looks like, for the past several days.
Jeez. Yeah, it does, but I want to show you guys something. When you see these third touches, like this, it's usually a good indication that this is going to explode up on the other side too. Because it's the same thing. If you had it on the top, it bounces off of it. We might see something like this week.
Vikesh, why did you say it's gonna blow up here?
Because it's tested this bottom trend line 3 times, and usually with patterns you see 3 touches. Like, let me show you something. We'll come back to Amazon.
It's
in a
the
minute.
Holy Trinity.
We'll come back to Amazon in a minute. I'll show you. I'll show you an example of why. This is what happens. Oops. I've seen this pattern so many times, I just know it. So when you have a third retest and something like that, usually you get an explosion like this. It's like a parallel downtrend. And
That's the exact same play right there.
It is, exactly, yeah. I just
exact same setup.
been looking long enough.
I like that.
Boom, see, 162%. So we're going to do the same thing on Amazon. In a theoretical world, it'll play out just like that. Like I said, the market's always repeating the same patterns. Like, it's just, you just got to, once you memorize them, and you can see them without even drawing lines, you'll see what I mean. So we wait here, market structure shift up here at 1, that's a stop loss down here. I guess I should write it out, right? Hopefully I remember to post these too. Market structure shift. So this is another good one. I like Apple and Amazon so far. Those are my 2 favorites. ARM seemed pretty good too, actually. Oh yeah, you can set alarms on the trends, people. This is like, I think Momo pointed this out. And thank you, Momo, because I didn't know about this. You could set an alarm to the price actually crossing the line. So we still just gonna tell us when to look at the chart. We're not taking the play when the alarm goes off, but it is gonna, I don't need to sit here and look for it anymore, and watch it. So thank you, Momo. Yeah, all right. What do you guys got? What do you got for charts? Who put one in first, you know?
Costco.
Costco, okay. Costco had a big dip. What happened last week? Was it
Earnings.
earnings? Oof. They missed EPS and had a little revenue increase. And is this because of the consumer index? Is this a sign that maybe the data is correct and the consumer is really hurting, or was there a specific reason why they had a decrease in earnings? Can anybody comment on that?
I know there are a few folks that were locked in on Costco last week. I was not one of them.
Can this tell us anything about what we might see at CPI this week? Like, do they give any information if their prices have been increasing or anything like that? I guess that would be too small of a. There's just only one category anyway.
So I just did a search. So they did miss the earnings.
Yeah.
So that was one big thing, and they're looking at tariff concerns. That's a big one for them.
Okay.
And they are thinking the price valuation is elevated. So those are the three things.
Okay, so that's our story. So those don't sound very good. So if this closes below the trend line, we use that story to help give us confidence that this put play could play out. So puts with daily close below red trend line. We set our alarm here.
What was the trend line at? Like not 950?
Well, I guess it technically would be this low, right? So 942.78. And then this could be a huge move, and it's going to be a huge move because we have a really big distance in between our pivot points here. This is our high, so it's our stop loss. This is our market structure shift because it's the pivot point before. So this could be a giant move. This could be a long swing if we break down below here with a target all the way to 770. And I know you guys probably think I'm nuts, but that's how this pattern plays out. That would be quite the dump. If it holds this level, though, if it bounces here, we can move back up and fill this gap. We don't need to close below this. I'm just simply pointing out what could happen. Maybe we see. Maybe,
so if it dumps,
sorry. Maybe we see this bounce. Oops, I'm doing this wrong. 1 second. Maybe we see this bounce and have a 62% retracement from its high. Maybe it makes a lower high up here first. This is also something that happens. It will return 62% of the downtrend before going back down. You can play it both ways. So maybe we fill this gap first. Who knows? Maybe it doesn't drop at all. But if it closes below this, that's what I'm targeting.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think that's consolidation, Cash? You're just thinking that's the consolidation going down before it goes up?
It's not enough to be considered consolidation. This is considered consolidation. It's got 3 pivot points. It creates like a little box here. That's consolidation. This is just it's nothing really. It's nothing yet. It's just a bounce.
Yeah.
It just stopped.
It hasn't played out yet.
Yeah. We have to see something that makes sense. Price rarely just makes a V and goes back up, right? So we need to see some form of information that's going to make us, think that it's holding a base. Like it has some form of consolidation. You see how all these like create pattern or a U, or they hold the level, and we just have this little thing. Like it's just not enough candles. We need more confidence.
Yeah, it could play out exactly how that last earnings that they beat on though. If CPI is good and PPI is good this week, then it could absolutely consolidate for that.
Yeah.
Mid-December to February time frame before popping up again. As long as it holds on that trend line, then that's long for us.
100%. Yeah, I agree. Okay. So
can I be selfish and take one more? This is my last one I was looking at, but I signaled it last week. It's Biogen, BIIB.
BIIB. What do they do?
I think they're a pharmaceutical guy.
Which do you know what time frame you're looking at, or do you want me to just dive into it?
Just dive into it. What I look at is a little different than the trading view, but I'm sure it'll play out exactly the same.
This is what you were seeing, this wedge, this breakout here.
Yep.
Yeah, this looks great. So this is a classic example of the wedge patterns that we always play. I'm looking at a half day right now, just to be clear, where every half day is a candle. So it's happening over multiple days. So this is probably something that we swing, 4 to 6 weeks out. Here's our market structure shift, which we did close over. That's a good sign. It's exactly what we need to see. That means that the trend is now starting to trend up. We need to see continuation of moving up. Our stop loss now is at the low of the candle that confirmed the trend change, because that's what you do. You move it up from here to here once you're above your market structure shift. Yeah, I think we can continue to target the 162% retracement from the original setup, which would be at 164.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this is one of my favorite setups I was looking at over the weekend.
Yeah, this looks really good. So we got BIIB, Amazon, and Apple, and then ARM. I think those 4 are the ones I like. This looks really good. Nice find, dude.
You said
Thank you. Yeah, those are just the ones he like. And again, like I reiterated it in the premium watch list. Like, these are just tickers that we're watching at open. We will signal which ones we jump into, because again, we can wake up at 4 tomorrow morning, and a lot of these trend lines that we are watching can break. So things can change in the blink of an eye, but those are the tickers we're looking at the very least.
Certainly are, but we will find whatever way it goes, and we will fucking make some money. If we have to, we'll sit on a 15-minute SPY chart until we see one of these. All right, want to go down the list now? I don't know how many messages we've had or where it starts. So
I consolidated the list, Cash. So my latest
excellent.
one is just I consolidated it also. Start with JDA and then go down.
JDA?
JVA.
Oh, JVA. And thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
This thing has been exploding up. Wow. This is nice. What's the deal with JVA? Beautiful chart. It had a little wedge breakout on the daily here. If we set up our fibs, it exploded way above 200. It's going 400%. This must have been some good news. We can try this one. Blowing up to 2 standard deviations on this larger move. This thing's great. What's the deal with this? Someone let me know. Give me some updates here.
It's a coffee roaster.
A coffee roaster?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a
I'm gonna see if
wholesale coffee roaster.
I want to see if there's any flow information on them. It might not be, just because it's the price is a little.
All right, so
Was it JVA?
Yeah. I zoomed out really big here, and if you look, we've had a massive breakout on this weekly chart. So since 2012, holy shit! Since 2012 to 2024, it consolidated and created this wedge, and now we broke out of it, we retested it, and we're exploding. That's why this thing's fucking going nuts, because this is a massive breakout over a long time frame. So it knows that this pivot point is really far away, this algorithm, and now it can project it so much further. Am I still on log scale? Is that why this looks freaking weird? Yeah, that explains a lot more. I was like, those numbers aren't mathing.
That makes a lot more sense.
There we go. Now it's hitting 162%. Okay. I'm less enthusiastic about this now. From a weekly perspective, anyway. I still like it on the daily. Damn.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's incredible. I wish we caught it here. That would have been the signal. Boom! Is there a limit on video stream? I don't know. Why, can you not see it? Oh, it says we've paused the preview to save you resources. What do you mean to save me resources? Did it just kill our stream?
You're still streaming for me.
Okay. Can you guys, yeah. We might have to use
I can
voice
see it
stage
still.
from now on. All right, well, next time we can use voice stage. Thanks, Cats. I'm gonna look into that. We're just gonna continue, and if it says pause it again.
But that's just pausing for you.
Oh,
For us,
okay.
it's running. I think they're saying that they cannot enter.
Okay. Okay. All right. What's next? This looks great. You should look.
Oracle.
We should look for a fair
Wow,
amount.
it says. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Smoothie said the video stream is full. That's crazy.
How many people do we have in right now?
I don't know. I'd probably say like 40 to 50.
So we'll have to find something. I mean, if it comes down to it, we'll use YouTube Live.
My wife says 50.
All right. We can look for fair value gaps to go long on this, by the way, guys. So if this pulls back and hits this fair value gap at $7, we can slam this. When you have big uptrends like this is when my fair value gap script comes in super handy, because it's a large move, so price has been dominating the whole time. So people are going to try to get back in. And where do you get back in? You get back in at fair value gaps because those are large areas of supply. So if this comes back, we'll be looking to hit them. What's next on the list?
Oracle.
All right.
We definitely look at Oracle. I'm a bit spooked. They have earnings tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm gonna touch it. But that's a nice reversal.
Yeah, it failed on this one, but then maybe on this one it'll be fine.
But yeah, it's like a gap down failure though. Like
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I guess we should probably show people this is what a failure looks like of our strategy. Closes out here, you would have gotten in here, and then it gapped down, and then it broke this level. So that would have been, this would have hit stop loss. It's just gonna happen though. It's just how trading works. So we think that maybe this could close outside of there. You said they have earnings. That's a nice. Oh, we have this gap below.
Yeah.
So maybe earnings we drop down to here, or maybe if it's good, we move back up.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Wait to see what the earnings gives us.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
I think we found some better, more reliable plays at least.
Yeah, because we're either going this way up to 170 in 2 weeks, or we're going completely the other direction here. Down to 137. Woo. All right, what's next?
Intel.
I like all the wedge patterns we're seeing, though. I can do something with that. So if we get the opportunity, we're gonna have a lot of setups this week. Look, you can see how this INTC is consolidating in this fair value gap right here. This is a 65-minute fair value gap. So in a real world, we don't go short in this ever, because we're sitting in this thing and they reverse and they'll crush you if you go the wrong way. We might see a push up on INTC up to 23.35 end of the week, but maybe tomorrow we have a small breakout up to 21.84. This would be a somewhat decent one to watch for tomorrow only, and not a swing.
So, Cash, when you said tomorrow only, if you were to buy option, you're gonna buy 5-day out, though, right?
Oh, since this, yeah, I'd buy Friday on this one. Yep.
Okay.
Long above 20.87. And stop loss isn't until we close below this fair value gap, actually. So this is a little bit different than what we usually do. because we wouldn't want to sell for a loss down at the bottom of the fair value gap. We would rather go all the way down and sell for a larger loss because we have a higher chance of reversing inside this box. So it's like I'm not gonna cut myself short.
Stop yourself out.
Yeah. Potential stop loss. Candle close below fair value gap. So we'll see what happens. I think it would be smart to target the little target just because of, like you said, there's a lot of data this week. You know, even a $2 move is still pretty good.
It's a 10% move, right?
No, is it? Well, holy shit! Yeah, that would be way too big then.
If
Right?
it's not $20, if it was
Yeah.
$2, it'd be 10%.
So this is a whole week's worth. Well, I guess we're I don't know. We're 21.20 here, and we're 22 here, so it's only $1, so 5%. Yeah, this could be a nice payout. This could be a 200% move for something on a Friday call if this ends up playing out for us. I don't think it's all going to happen on Monday, but I don't know. What do you think? You like this one?
I do. I don't know if I'd probably wait a little bit to get in. Probably wait till like maybe even lunchtime tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah, you might be right.
I want to see it.
What price would you call it at?
What's that?
What price would I target?
On this?
Maybe like 2050 to 2025, like entry, and then exit around the like 22.
Okay, thank you.
Whoever's speaking right now, it sounds like you're underwater. I apologize.
Just use the chat. I can't hear you very well.
Okay.
My only thought is like that. It looked like it wanted to that last candle there reached above it and failed to break above, and now it's sitting below that that like small reversal candle. So I don't know.
Right.
But it's also interesting. The candle before that wicked below. I don't know.
Well, either way, we don't play it until it closes outside the trend line. So until then,
Yeah.
it's nothing until then. You know.
Yeah.
Whatever. We'll
I'm just gonna say on watch.
Yeah. Well, that's what the watch list is, right?
Yeah. I'm not calling like any like specific contract though.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. Let's do that. And let's just put a giant disclaimer on this one this week.
I did. I did.
We got PSA. I don't know this company off the top of my head. Had this little breakout here, closed above. It's looking good.
Storage company, you've definitely seen their storage.
I like it. You know, maybe it pushes up to 13, 16 and a half this week. It seems like pretty reasonable level to hit for or tomorrow even, or Tuesday, Wednesday. Overall, it's definitely trending up towards this larger breakout. As long as it continues to make higher highs and it closes over and makes a new high, theoretically it should start targeting 330 over the next 4 weeks. Something to keep an eye out on. I like it. I'm not going to play it, but I do like it. Tesla. Oh, Tessie. Oh, Tessie.
There's about 100% chance I play Tesla again this week.
Yeah, I'm nervous about this fair value gap, or this regular gap, but maybe it'll just fill this one. Maybe it'll be like, see you later, buddy, and just fucking lights out down here. We did close above this though, did we? No, yes. I don't know. This is a weird zone.
I think my shares soon and just rotate into it.
Yeah, maybe this will just nuke,
Capital.
and we'll just open below this. So what do you want to do? Puts below the lowest low? That would make sense, right?
Yeah.
Or do you have a
I was
better
looking
idea?
at it earlier, and it looked to me that if it holds, like if it closes below around like the 250 level, because it's been hitting support at the 250-ish level, so if it closes below that, I think we have a good chance of getting down to that 240 level pretty easily.
Yeah. Gap fill down here. Potential put profit. Also potential long profit in the normal world. You can, I mean, theoretically, we could think of the upside too, but it's pinned in these two places. It's gonna be. I bet you this is gonna have a massive open. Is it already dropping down a lot overnight, or up a lot overnight? Is it like 2% or more?
It was up a lot. It was up a lot at the end of the day on Friday. There's a lot of stuff closed, but let's see. Open it's down, so on cheaper traders.
It's 257.
Yeah, down 2%.
Right
Wow.
now.
252 what?
257.20 right now.
Okay.
It broke 257 at 1.2.
Whatever way this breaks, if we get back above this long downtrend, this is going to pop. And it will target this upper level. It actually, it would probably target this bearish fair value gap that's never been filled if we move up. Yeah, I bet my money on it. But if we make a new low, we should definitely be hitting puts.
Ash Cat is asking if you could repeat that. If it hits new low.
If it breaks a new low, so this low level is super important because this would be a lower low in the trend. So if we break this level, now the trend is still going down. So you don't want to be you don't want to be going below this if you're a bull. And if it does close below on the 65-minute, we can take puts all the way down to 220. It's going to want to fill this gap.
If you're a bull, you want to see a bounce there.
Yeah, if you're a bull, exactly. You want to see a close, a 65-minute close above these two trend lines here. It's super important. And I wouldn't be swinging this. I would be day trading it because this market is nuts. And it's in a massive downtrend, so you're kind of playing with fire.
Or buy shares.
I wouldn't even buy shares yet. I would buy shares, in my opinion, right here. This would be another huge test. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm fucking wrong. We got to see if this closes outside of here, but it ain't looking great. This is pretty ugly.
At a certain point, it's going to depend on the broader market. It's going to put in the bottom somewhere up in the broader market. Besides the finally put in the reversal.
I mean, would you buy Tesla or would you buy Google? Would you buy Meta or would you buy Tesla?
Google.
Would you buy Apple or would you buy Tesla? Like I feel like there's just so many better options than Tesla, and this thing's just gonna.
I'm buying any of the Mag 7s before.
Yeah, and
until we retest that, until we retest that 251.
This one.
I'm not doing shit.
Yeah.
At least for shares. I mean, I think you can get a better price. It's either we're going to like 240 to 220, or we retest that like 280.
So even if we pop this week, it's still very bearish. I just want to make clear. Even if we move all the way up to 300, it's still bearish because that's the market structure shift of this whole trend line. So we could go all the way up here and everybody can celebrate and say, "Yay, Tesla's back!" But it's not at all. I just want to clarify that it's not. So don't get excited until you get a weekly close above 300, because otherwise you're just going to get shot on. Boom, it's gonna retest this third one. They always do. There's almost always a third fucking retest. It doesn't just keep nuking. Unless the company is like going bankrupt or something. Okay, what do we have next before I go on a rant?
ABT.
ABT? Okay.
ABT. ABT.
Got you, thank you. I have terrible hearing, so my bad. We got this little channel thing going on here. It's making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher low. Bounce on this fair value gap in here. It's beautiful. What's the deal with ABT? What do they do? This looks good. Had this big breakout on this recent consolidation, and if you look, we do our if we do our Fibonacci, we hit 162% on this move. So it's probably going to chill for a little bit because we hit that level, but we might see another push up to 200. And since we know it's playing off this pattern, we should probably leave this here. and we're looking for a push above 144. So you might be able to go long with 134, 135 calls for a 144 target. You don't want to break this red trend line right here. If you're in this and you're long, you don't want to see a candle close below this level. Super important. It still can retest it and shoot back up because it hasn't made 3. So pay attention to this. Otherwise, it ends up like LUNR, and you just see it slowly go all the way down there. All right. Okay. What's next?
BTC.
Hmm?
Bitcoin.
Oh, jeez. We need to do a prayer. She's in trouble. Big time. Big time. So we had a 6-hour close out of the side of this massive trend line. That's why you saw this thing just go all the way down. It's super important that bulls maintain this level. Well, we can leave that one there. But super important that bulls maintain this level. That's where our lower low would be made, and that's when the trend keeps moving down. That's not what you want to see if you're a bull. So buyers will step in here. Like buyers know this, and they're going to try to hold this level. So we could turn around here, which is the bottom of this fair value gap that's going on over here, and that's why it bounced the first time. Or it could do a double bottom and move back up and try to retest this upper trend line. We don't know, and that's why we wait for closes when we get this close. Like we don't try to get puts here. We get puts when it's below. So if we break down, which is the higher probability setup at the current moment in time, we're looking at like 64 to complete this move. And there's actually a fair value gap on the weekly that sits at this level too. And when you have a double, like a double confluence, like a double target like that, they usually are a good indication of where the price might be going. And they also have larger moves of reversals when they have common things like that. Sometimes we'll see a retest of the trend though, and when you break something like this, so that's why I have a potential short up here. If we could reject this bearish fair value gap that formed right here, or we could retest the top of that trend. We don't know yet. I won't know until I watch the volume and watch the price action that happens in here. If we have a big rejection and then a close low, we'll definitely be looking to get into puts up here then and targeting this. I need to see what happens up here. Because like I said, the trends, they never just keep going down. They usually do something like this and then drop down. We'll see. It would make sense to me to see futures bounce from the charts I've been looking at by morning and this move up to here. And then the shorts will try to see if they can push futures and Bitcoin back down. That's my little armchair prediction for the night, but we'll see what happens. What's next?
XRP.
Oh god, it's gonna do the same thing most likely. An ADA to the rest of my poor portfolio of crypto. Terrible. 0 out of 10. Failed breakout. Head and shoulders setup. Sorry, guys. We need to see, for this pattern to play out to be correct, we need to see a close below, a full close below this trend line here. Not a break, a close. And we want to see either a daily or a weekly, or even a half week. You could do 3 days below this level. See? Not good. This not good. If the market bounces and Bitcoin bounces, maybe what they do is one of those liquidity sweeps where they trick buyers into thinking that this is going to sell off, but it never really does, and they buy it up at the bottom of this fair value gap. But right now, it's not looking great. I kind of hate it. It could fall all the way back to $50 if shit really got bad. I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying it can. Again, we're not predicting the future. We're just reacting to it. So, if this turns around and...
You're on market cap, by the way.
What?
That's fine. You're on market cap, by the way. That's fine.
Yeah, whatever. It's still the same chart. Hypothetically say that this head and shoulders doesn't play out. Sometimes that does happen. Nothing's ever fucking certain. We have this half day little wedge that's forming. If we close outside of here, maybe XRP turns around and we have a close way above here, and this trend starts moving back up, and then this is really just a wedge, some weird looking bullish wedge forming that just failed the first time because the market was overbought. Right now, you don't do anything unless you're an investor who's thinking 10 years ahead and you know more about what's going on than me. I'm just looking at what the chart is. I don't know anything about this. Let me look at it from this perspective. Classic. Well, we did have a close above this. That's good. So maybe we'll see this come down into this monthly fair value gap somewhere down in this area, which could be the 40 level I was talking about. And then this shoots back up. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't like it. What's after XRP? I'm trying to find the list. AMPO? Okay. Oh, I see.
Yep.
I don't know what this company does. They've been in a downtrend for a while. Looks like they finally broke out of it. They're making lower lows. Their market structure shift isn't until all the way up here, though. And they broke above it. But then they closed back below it. It's not over yet because we have a retest of this trend, which is a textbook definition, but it's not great that this is making lower lows. They must have had news or something that pulled them out of this mess. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what drove this up, so I don't know if it's going to continue if buyers will keep stepping in. If it goes up,
I think earnings.
Yeah, okay, so if it goes back up, it's probably going to target $17. If it does not go back up and it closes back below this trend line, you are looking at a retest back at this lower green trend all the way down at $7 over the next 3 months. So you need to close over 14.42 if you're long. And you really need a weekly close over that level because we've been in this consolidation since May of 2023. So maybe even a monthly close above this level because the longer that it's been consolidating, the more bars that you have underneath the trend, the area under the curve, the higher of a time frame candle close you need. You can't just use a small data point to compare it against 200 data points. You know what I mean? That wouldn't make any sense. And so you need a smaller version of this. You need less candlesticks, and now you have a higher chance of that one data point means something. Maybe even a 3 month. Maybe this doesn't really start trending back up until we have a 3 month close above this market structure shift. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 candles, and now we have one data point out of 12 candles that's changing. So the setups are dependent on the length of time, and that candle that you're waiting to confirm is dependent on that length of time. So you just gotta use common sense. Okay, now it was Coke, KO. This looks great. This looks beautiful. They had an earnings gap up, it looks like. Nice. it looks like it's not even going to retest this trend at this current moment in time. This looks pretty good. We should probably keep this on the watch list, Papa.
Okay.
What do you think? We'd go long probably over the 1, right? So 72.65. Or even we could step down maybe to on the 10-minute. That looks good. I mean, it looks good on the daily, so theoretically it should play out on the 10-minute. We don't want to lose this level.
Yeah,
We'd want to close above here. I know what the market conditions aren't lining up with how we feel, but I think if we have a close above it, we should try to play it. Maybe we wait for a 30-minute. Like that. That might be a little bit better.
on my monthly, it's like resting right on the middle Bollinger Band.
So we'd want to
Actually close like, yeah.
we want a candle close in the upper Bollinger Band then.
Yeah.
I mean, this could go nutty if it does break out. Nutty putty.
I'm gonna
75.
put it on the watch list, and we'll see what we get tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we'll revisit.
This is on my favorites list. Doesn't mean it's gonna work out, but it is on my favorites list. WHR. Yeah, we got a lot of these lists.
Mm-hmm. We got a lot of new people over the weekend, so I'm sure people are eager.
Let's see. It's been trending down for a while. What's this company do? Does anybody know? Someone must know. We've had this close above.
Whirlpool
Yeah,
makes
okay.
washing machines and stuff. So this was the thing they were saying the tariffs would impact it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
then he pushed out the tariffs and it shot up instead of going down.
Well, it's made recent lows. I mean, this looks like to me it's probably going to break down, and I say that because it tried to break out and then it had this gap down. Obviously, we need to close below this 84 level in order for us to even think about trying it. Or it needs to make a lower high. We could try the lower high somewhere up at the gap retest, but this is not great. This is not good. We'll see. It could turn around here and try to push back up to here. But the fact that it failed this level makes me kind of think that it might try to make a new low. And just overall market too. I need to zoom out on a weekly here. And see what's going on long term. Maybe they're trying to push it down to this third touch around like 76. That's what my current thoughts. We don't know what's going to happen. If we see some form of consolidation, we can definitely target this level. If we close back above it, then we can target long. But I assume you're probably going to see something in here soon. OXY. Is Buffett still in this? Is he still a Buffett play?
I need to look into it more. He's got a lot of cash right now.
I mean, this should go with XOM, right? Have we looked at that yet?
Have we looked at Exxon yet?
Yeah.
That's what you asked. Not tonight.
Because this would probably move with them normally, right? I mean, I guess it hasn't been. It's been turning down. Why does this suck? I mean, this looks like this failed to break out too. Maybe it's gonna and it would hit our stops. Maybe it's gonna break this low. I don't know. We'll see.
Let's find something short.
Find something to short.
Find something
Well,
to.
you could say
Let's
puts
find some
underneath
puts.
this. You could say puts underneath this, although that's a fair value gap right there.
Maybe Hood's still ready to fucking die.
This could pop. Okay, we can check out Hood 1 second.
That's fine. No worries. There's still quite a bit we have to go through.
Yeah. Should we go through the list first and then do yours, or do you want to just go? Do you want
Sure.
to just
Yeah. Let's go. Let's
this could change.
let's take a look.
LSCC. I mean, this is a wedge. But this looks good. This looks good. This is nice. What does this company do? LSCC. We have the trend breakout, close above, retest, never, it tries to break below, but always closes back above it, and we have this nice green candle testing this. This tells me, oh, this is on a 3-day. So this tells me that this is probably going to break out of this week, of like tomorrow. It even has one on the shorter frame here. I think this is a good one to watch. I mean, I don't know how liquid their options chain is, I guess, but short term, we could do this little pop at up to 77.5, 78. But also long term, this could be a huge swing or buy shares. I mean, if this company's actually turning around, I don't know what they do or what they have planned. But if this was a long-term breakout and it was successful, eventually you'd be targeting new highs in a perfect world, all the way up to 140. Remember, like I always say, technical analysis only works if you have a story. Obviously, buyers are only going to step in if the company makes money or if they have some crazy products or hype like Tesla does. So, where the hell did this thing go? Oh. I'm so confused. So obviously that 140 target sounds nuts unless there's something going on that brings buyers in. Oops, the RSI looks really good. So I think we should watch this.
All right, next earnings in May.
Yeah. And this looks good. Just put on watch, and I'll mark this up later. I mean, because we gotta wait and see in the morning. But I like this. Yeah, Cats, you definitely have to be sus about 10 billion market caps and you have to check their float too. If they have a low float, like you might see this explode up, and it might move a lot faster. Maybe that's something you want to watch. But the lower the market caps, the bigger moves they can make to the downside or the upside. So we definitely want to be careful which way this goes. TEM, damn, there's a lot. We'll do a few more, and then that's probably it. Because I have to go to sleep. We have.
Gotta keep that mind right, baby.
Yeah, I gotta get up at 4 a.m. to work, so play the breakout on this side. This could turn around. Is Nancy still in TEM? Does anybody know?
Probably not. Probably not giving the fucking chart.
I'd assume so. I don't think she really I don't think she sells the out often.
I mean, it's got a fair value gap, but it's not great. It's still in the downtrend. It still sucks. It's a turd. But maybe it'll break out on the short term. This thing sucks. Arc. I mean, this is probably gonna follow Bitcoin, right? Don't they own like a bunch of coin and shit?
What is art?
Yeah. I mean, maybe
Which one?
maybe it's bouncing out of this weekly fair value gap and it's gonna try to do something. I don't know. I don't like ARC.
Their space explorations. Yeah.
Personally, anything that has to do with Kathy Woods, I want nothing part of.
The top holdings, IREM.
She's like if Jim Cramer started an ETF.
Yeah, she's terrible.
So bad.
It has this weekly fair value gap, so it could try to push up to this trend line. Doesn't mean I like it. Does not mean I like it. Got a little double one going on here.
Archer, Amazon.
We did Amazon.
We did Amazon.
No, I'm just saying in this ETF.
Oh.
We can do Netflix. I saw Netflix on here. I like that one because it's a big name. Oh, it bounced right at this gap. So we filled this gap and went a little below. And we had this written out from the other week. Look at this profit target down here, puts below here. Shit, we should have played this. So maybe we see a bounce on Netflix or a lower, little high consolidation around this trend line. Held it twice. Not great though.
No, it's a bit spooky.
Yeah, we're like pinned in between here. Probably go up to there and just go boop. Something like that. Like this bearish fair value gap that's going on up here. That would be my guess. We haven't looked at Roku in a long time. Because the chart sucks.
Yeah.
Heard. I don't even want to chart this because it's terrible.
No need.
Yeah, it's garbage. Sorry. I mean, it's good. We could bounce there, but not looking good.
See what tomorrow brings. We can look at it then.
Yeah.
One to keep an eye on, probably Ford.
I think that's. I think how many do we have written down? Do we have enough? Probably have enough, right?
Probably,
We have a lot.
All right, let's call it there. I'm getting tired. IONQ sucks too. All these growth stocks have fallen the same way. They've just broken this huge consolidation. So stay away from growth stocks for a little while. All right, that's all we got.
No growth, yeah. All right.
All right, that's all we got. Papa will post the watch list. I'll try to get some charts up by tomorrow morning. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I am going to try to get some sleep tonight, so I probably won't get back to you until the morning. But send me a DM or tag me in the chat or the other guys or whatever, and we'll figure something out. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Talk tomorrow.
Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon.
See ya, fam.
See you.